Hey everybody, welcome to Bobby Builds It. Most of you know that I follow the Bearded Viking. I'm in the Facebook group and watch all his videos and everything. Well, a few days ago he issued a challenge. Had a video of a couple of builds, challenged us to put our spin on it. So that's what I'm doing today. I'll link down to his video in the comments and let's get to it. For this project, I got this 8-foot long 1x6 piece of cedar from Lowe's. It came out to about $20. During my preliminary calculations, I think I can get 4 total out of this. So about $5 for the wood. This bottle opener hardware is on Amazon for 3 packs for between $9 and $10. So we'll call that $3.50. I got these keyhole fasteners at Ace. They're about $3. You can get those a lot cheaper on Amazon. I'll have a link down for these. So we'll call those 3. And so all in, looking at $11.50 worth for one of these. Sell it for $20, $25. You'll be right back in the money. All right, let's figure out exactly how much of this board we need. You'll see why later, but we're going to have a can right there. Going to take a koozie, put it about right there. A lot of the beers my friends and I drink are bigger bottles than your typical. So I got one of those to lay out because I want to make sure I have enough space in between the koozie and the bottle opener. And we'll take the bottle opener, set it like so, and maybe give ourselves another inch or so above, so 22 inches. All right, we got this down to a more manageable size. Now grab that beer can you had and set it a bit from the edge there. You want to have enough space where you can trace around the can for the next step. Get your straight edge. Give yourself some space over there too. Not too much because you'll just have to get rid of the material. Wonder where your pencil is. Let's go ahead and make your mark. And we'll go back to the miter saw for this. Now just trace around your can. Very quick. Being sure not to let the can move. It moved a little bit on me, but that'll get us where we need to go. Well, friends, I had some big ideas when it came to cutting this circle out. Gonna just hit it with the jigsaw, clean it up at the sander. That didn't work out. I got flat spots and all kind of mess. And at the end of the day, it's too small to do the job it's meant to do. Instead, just gonna do what I should have done to start with and turn to the 2.5-inch hole saw. In the Bearded Vikings version of this, he used one of these thick foam koozies. This is the only one of these I have got, and I don't want to sacrifice it to this project. So I'm going to use one like this. And the whole idea for this circle here is to put it in and help keep it open a little bit. As you can see, it's not the easiest thing to get in there, but it does fit. So we got a solution for that. This is it's a little bit more than 1/4 inch piece of the same cedar. Now this is a little flexy, so I would maybe find something harder out of the scrap pile or something because it is going to get pulled on. But I'm just going to glue it on right there. And I'm just going to hold it till it sets up. You could throw a pin nail or something in there if you wanted to. Sorry about the audio from cutting the chamfers. Sometimes the microphone dies and I don't know. So here's one that's already got shellac on it. I didn't put a chamfer or anything on the edges there, just to see what that looks like. And here is the one with the chamfer. I've done all the sanding I'm going to do. The board surfaced 3 sides, so I'm going to leave the front face side a little bit rough. I've just sanded down so to make sure you don't get any splinters on anything. And let's say you don't have a chamfering bit, or you want to do some kind of edge. This is really all it takes to get some semblance of that effect. Just that quick. All right, this is set up enough now to handle, and it's not real smooth, but I sanded that down some so it wouldn't catch too bad on the foam. And you might be wondering, what in the world is that even really going to do? Well, even with one of these like thick foam structured ones, this is fine. It's not, I don't really love reaching my hand down in there. And these, I mean, that's going to be really annoying. So let's see if we can keep it open. And we'll drop a few down in here. Here's the moment of truth. Let's see if it does. Might need a little bit more sanding, but there you go. Now, I probably should have done this and taken it back off before I put the shellac on, but I was worried about taking the koozie on and off. But I'm just going to come down. The width of the measuring tape is totally fine. And this board's about 5.5 inches, so 2 3/4. And I'll keep from writing all over it. I'll use my awl. Make me a little mark right there. Line the bottle opener hardware up. And I've got one of the self-centering bits for my pilot hole. We'll go ahead and get one screw put in. And make sure we're lined up back how we want to be. And get the other one. Last step is to get the koozie put on. I got these 5/8 inch carpet tacks, and you want to get really close to the middle of your koozie. I tried tacking one on either side, but that held it too flat, and my device to keep it open wouldn't work. I'll just drive this in. Slide that right in there. There you go. I'm going to try to think of a good way to get this tacked down in the bottom. And I don't think what the carpet tacks are going to work, but there you go. That's kind of doing what I want it to. The idea is you pop your top and it falls down in the koozie to catch it. And there you go. This is, I think, a great product for any event that's going to have some custom-made koozies. You're going to have some left over. If you do a wedding party, there's just that many sales right there for koozies they don't know what they're going to do with. Help them solve a problem. Like I said, I'd probably list one of these for 20, 25. You know, getting somebody ordering a bunch of them, you can bump that price down. They're pretty easy to batch out. Don't go too low because, like I said, mine costs $11.50 in materials. Put your time in there. All right. Well, I do thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.